fucking crazy. Oh. Oh.
Wait, I know you. Are you the girl I left at the motel? We have to get out of here. What happened to you? Someone came to the motel and murdered the owner. When I tried to escape, that psycho son of a bitch ran me over with his van. When I woke up, I was tied up in his basement. I've been through hell trying to get out of there alive.
I've been through hell trying to get out of there alive. Let me tell you from the beginning. Let me tell you what I've been through from the beginning. First, I forgot to get my backpack. First, I forgot to get my backpack. Second off, I had to open the combination lock in the basement. The combination lock is on the well. The well was my only means of escape, but I didn't know the combination lock in the well.
I see we are at the usual level of puppet combo quality.
In order for me to escape through the well, I had to have a combination for the combination lock on the well. What I first did was I found an alarm clock. I used the alarm clock as a distraction. I threw the alarm clock into a room that the killer would burst through the door and help me open the door. The killer burst through the door, allowing me access to what was inside. What was inside was a hole in the ground and a note. The note said that I needed to reach a certain score on a video game, on a Game Boy, in order to get the combination lock for the well. I couldn't really open the hole in the floor, so I searched for a crowbar, which I found. I found the crowbar. I found the crowbar. And I went upstairs. I took the crowbar and I went upstairs and I opened the hole in the floor and I found a video game. I found a note in the hole in the floor. The note said I took the crowbar. I left the video game there because I couldn't fit it in my pockets, and I took the crowbar and I went downstairs where there was another hole in the wall, and I opened the hole in the wall, and there was a video game, but the video game needed batteries. In order to, there was another object in the house that had batteries. There was a radio that was running on 2 batteries, but I couldn't open the latch on the door that protected the batteries from falling out. In order to open the latch on the door that protected the batteries from falling out, I would have to find a coin. Now, luckily, I had inspected a faucet upstairs, and it looked like there was some sort of object stuck within it, and I just gambled that there was going to be a coin in there. But I couldn't really disassemble the pipe without a wrench. There just so happened to be a wrench stuck beside the fireplace downstairs. But the wrench was too hot for me to touch, so I couldn't get it without extinguishing the fire. So I thought I would go upstairs and go to the bathtub to try and get water that I would extinguish the fire with, but it turned out that the water was off. In order to turn the water on, I had to go down to the basement. Once I reached the basement, I realized that there was rust all over the valve, and I couldn't turn it. So I had to go upstairs and get the rust remover so I could bring it back downstairs. I poured the rust remover all over the valve, and within 10 minutes, I was able to turn it. I turned it to turn the water on. I rushed back upstairs and I turned on the bathtub, but I forgot I needed a cork. I needed a cork. In order to find a cork, I had to go downstairs and look for a cork board. Though the cork board was upstairs and it was on a bed, but I needed a knife to cut it so I could make a hole to block the bathtub. Now, in order to find something to cut the cork board with, I needed to go to the fridge downstairs. I opened the fridge downstairs, which wasn't open before, but now it was able to open it, and I found a knife frozen in a block of ice. I brought the knife frozen in a block of ice to the fireplace, and I thawed it out. I now had access to a sharp knife. I went upstairs and I cut the cork out of the cork board and I put it into the bathtub. I filled the bathtub up with water because the water was on now. But I needed something to bring the water from upstairs to the downstairs fireplace. There just so happened to be a bucket in the basement. I went to go get the basement bucket, but it had 2 holes in it. I took the basement bucket because it's the only bucket in the house, and I went upstairs and I filled it with water, and those 2 holes ended up ejecting about half the water in the bucket. I had to rush downstairs. I had to rush downstairs and throw water onto the fireplace. Once I did that, it was extinguished, and I was able to grab the wrench that was no longer too hot to hold. So I had the wrench now, and I could open the pipe and get access to the coin that was stuck in the pipe I used the wrench and I turned the nuts on the pipe, and I opened the pipe, and a coin fell out. I took the coin and I went downstairs and I used it, and I turned the back of the battery latch that was protecting the batteries from falling out of the radio, and I used it to open it. I grabbed the 2 batteries and I put them in the Game Boy. I took the Game Boy to my safe room, which I opened by finding a key in the house, and also by derusting the lock with the rust remover that I used earlier on the valve. I played the game in the safe house. I played the game in the safe room, and I beat the score that the kid mentioned in his note, and I got the code to the well. I unlocked the well and I went in using a rope that I'd found. But the killer saw me and I fell, and now I am here.
Oh, shit, everything is spinning.
You're covered in blood. Are you hurt?